This is Unit 2, Week 3, Vocabulary Review. If you're looking at this, because there's usually not a quiz on this one, but okay. Note the I'm Just a Bill hat, because that's the famous Schoolhouse Rock song. Anyways, rule of 4. If 4 justices of the Supreme Court want to hear a case, they hear the case. It's called the rule of 4. It's an unofficial sort of tradition by the petitioner. Is when you're in the Supreme Court, if you're the petitioner, you are the one who lost at the lower court, so you're petitioning for the Supreme Court to hear your case, to take the rule of 4 and hear the case. If you're the respondent, it means they took your case, and now you're responding to the petitioner's statement. A writ of certiorari, it's what the Supreme Court sends out. If 4 of them agree to hear your case, they send out a writ of certiorari saying essentially, red rover, other courts send that case up and over. All right, bad elementary school reference. Get over it. A precedent. A precedent is anything that came before, but in the court's case, it's a case that was decided before. If you're arguing in the Supreme Court, what do you use? You use prior cases saying, well, clearly, Your Honor, this current matter is very similar to the decisions in this, and this. Of course, the other side does the same. They use prior cases that say, here's how you decided previously, so this case, for continuity, should be decided this way. But the evidence you use are prior cases or precedents, prior precedents. A referendum in the Gugu or the Progressive Era, referendums were when the government puts a law on or puts a bill on the ballot to be voted on directly by the people. Lots of counties or cities say if you're going to have a tax raise, it has to be voted on by the people. So the county or city will put it on the ballot. It could be Measure A or Measure B for some county, and the citizens will vote on it. A recall. During the Gugu era, some states passed laws allowing citizens to gather signatures to put up a person to be unelected, to remove them from office in the middle of their term. Initiatives are they're bills voted on directly by the people, but the people take initiative. Today that means companies with lots of money, but certain states, during the Progressive Era, passed reforms allowing groups of people to gather signatures that this is something they want to have addressed, and then it would be put on the ballot and the people would vote on it directly. The Progressive Era, progressives are anyone who want change or reform, but the Progressive Era was 1900 to about 1920. Ex post facto law, these are things banned, you cannot do under the Constitution. You can't pass a law and then make people arrest them for being guilty for something that wasn't a crime until the law was passed. It's kind of a duh principle, but if government is going to pass a law, they can't make you be responsible for not having followed it before it was a law. A bill of attainder is the idea that Congress or a legislature or any group says, you're guilty. They can't declare someone guilty without a trial or all the protections of the Bill of Rights. Oral arguments in the Supreme Court, they have oral arguments. And these oral arguments are, can you pause that for a second?